I got some new cycling stuff at the dollar store. Hi, it's John, and welcome to Cycling on a Shoestring. Great to have you along for this episode. I've got three things to look at today, and don't get turned off by the fact that they're from the dollar store. One of these products looks really promising. More on that in just a moment, as I'm doing in all my episodes now, featuring one of my all-time favorite records, Johnny Winter, still alive and well, the title track, Too Much Seconal, Cheap Tequila, fantastic record. Rest in peace, Johnny Winter. So on this show, I'm going to show you three products that were picked up at the dollar store by my wife. She was out the other day. She came home and said, I got you some stuff for your show. And I said, what did you get? She said, I got it at the dollar store. I said, well, show it to me. So she got me three things. This is the first one. This cost $2.50. It's a repair kit. It's got patches in there, some tire levers, glue. It's got a special tool in there as well. So we'll open this up and take a closer look at this in just a moment. Also, she got me these lights, and I'm going to do a comparison between these couple of lights. There's a white one and a red one in here, up against a similar category light in just a few minutes. Going to stay away from my daytime running light, which is, costs $60 and is good during the daytime. I don't think these will do the trick, but maybe at nighttime. So we'll take a look at these. They cost $3. And over here, I am intrigued about this. And the reason why, this $3 pump looks almost exactly like a pump I use when I'm out mountain biking. And I bought it many years ago. I know I didn't pay $3 for it. We're going to take a look at them beside each other, and I'm going to try to pump up a tire with this. I mean, my goodness, $3 for a pump? Could this work out for you if you're cycling on a shoestring, or if maybe you're out someday and you happen to get a flat, you haven't got your pump with you, drop by the dollar store, pick it up for $3, you can get yourself on your way. So let's take a closer look at these three products, and we'll put some of them head to head and see if this is something that can help you if you're cycling on a shoestring. We'll start things off with the repair kit. We'll open it in just a moment. And the name of the products today are from Bikerama, which obviously makes low-end cycling gear for dollar stores and whatnot. And there's the price right there, $2.50. We'll open it in just a moment. And on the back, not a lot to say here, just basically goes through what's in the package. And they actually include some directions on how to fix a flat on the back, which is kind of helpful as well, with some other information. Watch out for fumes from the glue that's in here. They may catch fire and whatnot. So let's open up the package and see what's in there. I'll take out my handy little knife here, and we'll get it open, and then we will see what's in the pack. And I think it's got pretty much everything you need in there to fix a flat. Okay, so we'll move this over to the side. Let's look at this tool first off. First of all, this is really flimsy, okay? There is no Allen wrench in the package, and most bikes you're going to get today have Allen wrenches, so you're out of luck there. Could this remove the back wheel on an old style bicycle that has nuts on there? I don't know. It's incredibly flimsy. I mean, look at how cheap that is. I mean, I just bent it. I suppose you could loosen a few nuts and bolts on there, but I have experience with one of these. I actually have one of these. I've had this for a long time. I did try it on my bike one time. Kind of hard to get this into, tight places and whatnot. This is a lot more sturdy than the other one, but yeah, I guess in a pinch you could use it. But if you don't have a bike that has a lot of nuts on it and you need Allen wrenches, it's certainly not going to work. Okay, so we'll start out over here. We've got some tire levers, and they're made out of metal. And my suggestion to you is to not use metal tire levers. If you're in a real rough spot and you need to use something like this, you're fine. But these are going to damage your rims because they're metal. You need plastic ones, good solid ones. I have Park Tool ones, and a lot of patch kits come with plastic tire levers. These will work if you really need them, but this could damage your rims. You could scuff up your rims. You even have the hooks on there so you can hook them over the spokes on your wheel. So we've got those in the package. We've got something to rough up your tube, which is always handy. Very often you get what's basically sandpaper in the package. Well, this is one of those metal ones, which works just fine. You get an assortment of different patches. So let's just take a look at what we've got here. Now here's the issue with this. If you're riding a road bike, these patches can be way too big. If you're riding, say, 25, 23s, even a 28, these are big patches. These would be probably fine if you were fixing a patch on a mountain bike. And my video that I just talked about a moment ago, this is the size of patch you really need if you're using, doing it on a road bike. This is a tiny little patch because something this big just won't work on a road bike. It's just too big. So this is not going to work really for a road bike. It would work fine if you were on a mountain bike. What do we got in here? Okay, we got a couple of caps, it looks like. Maybe for the glue. Let's open up the glue and see if it's any good, because as I said on my other video, you got to be careful with glue because, okay, so I think that's what that's for. Well, maybe that's a cap for a Presto valve. I'm not really sure. Anyway, I think I have to cut. Okay, so we can open this up. Let's just see here. My first time with this. So generally there's a little spot right there. You can stick it in and pop the glue. And the glue is not dried out. There's enough glue in there. Good stuff. So that's not a problem at all. I think these are maybe for Presto valves if you've lost your valve cover. And these other two little rubber things in here. Tell me what you think this is. I really don't know what that is. The only thing I think you could use this for, if you've got cables on your bike and you don't want them to rub up against your frame, maybe you slide it on the cable and it's kind of a cable bumper. But there you go. That's what's in the package. Again, these would be bad if you were using them on a good high-end bike. You might damage your rims, but in a pinch, this certainly would do the trick for $2.50. Now, I wouldn't go out and buy this if you have an opportunity to buy something like this. This is a park tool kit that I have a bunch of these in the house. They've got everything you need in there, so they've got enough patches in there, and they've got those tiny ones for road bikes as well, which are really handy. But this only cost me, I think, maybe $3.54. And it comes with a little package, so you can stick it in your saddlebag. This is kind of useless because you have to find some way to carry all this stuff in your bike. This is much more convenient if you're going out on your bike. But generally, this would work if you were in a pinch, you're cycling on a shoestring, or you're out, you're in last minute, you need to find a patch kit. Other than the fact you haven't got these tiny little patches, this would do the job for $2.50. So not bad. Up next, we've got our bike lights, again from Bikerama. $3 for these. So you get two lights, $1.50 each. One's red and one is white. And on the back, a little bit of information about them. It says flexible silicone body, ultra bright LED, red and white LED, 3 different flash modes. So let's open up the package and see what we've got. I'll get rid of the package. And there you go. There's one of them. This one is red. Okay, hit it again and it flashes. Hit it again, it flashes slower. Hit it again, it turns off. And then we've got this one here. It basically looks the same, but it is white. Flash again, and you're good to go. Let me just see here. It really doesn't, put a beam out, but it's pretty bright. And then it comes with these little rubber type body, so you can stick it around maybe your handlebars at the front for the white one, and maybe you put this one up around a seat post at the back so you can be seen, or somewhere else, maybe hook it on the back of a backpack or something so you can be seen out there. But how does it look against these other lights? You can see these other ones I've got right here. This Onvian light, which I really like, I use this one all the time. You can see the actual review here, which is popping up on the screen right now. And then I've had this light for a very long time, and I use this one quite often as a secondary light when I'm out on the road at night. So how does this red one go up against the Onvian one? What do you think? And it's hard to judge these things, but in a pinch, this is certainly going to do the trick. I think you'd be seen on this. You might want a couple of these. It's not going to cost a lot to buy 2 of them. Put one on the back of your helmet, put one on your seat post, on your knapsack or whatever. But I think this would do the trick. But then what do you think? I think it's pretty bright, actually. Again, I don't think this one throws off a beam or anything. But if you're going to put it on the front and you had it flashing, I think you'd certainly be seen by cars coming down the road. And again, put one on either side of your handlebars at the front, and I think it would do the trick. And this light right here I've had for a very long time. I would say This one is brighter than this one. I think overall, I mean, pretty good deal. And if you're out at nighttime, you should have lights, and this is better than nothing. Now, as far as the batteries in them, let me just take this apart here. Okay, so you basically have a little cap on the back here. You pop it off, and then you've got some of those little batteries, and these are those 2032s, right? And you can get these at the dollar store for a couple of bucks. I think I buy them in 6-packs, and it costs me a few dollars. So pick up some of these while you're there, and I certainly think these are pretty good value. Better than nothing. See so many people out at night and they're not riding with bikes, and you got to have them. By law you do. Police pull you over, give you a ticket as well. But overall, I think these are pretty good, pretty cheap. $3 for a couple of them. But if you're in a pinch or cycling on a shoestring, I think this will work. So here's the last one, and when I saw this, I couldn't believe my eyes that you could buy something like this for $3. How can they make a profit? I mean, you would think that the materials themselves are worth $3 at least, and then I looked at it and I said, it looks awful familiar. There's not a lot on the packaging here. There's nothing on the back. It just says fits both popular valve sizes, so Presta and Schrader right there. And it says portable air pump at the top, $3. So let me take it out of its packaging. We'll take a closer look at it, and then I'm going to put it up against a pump I already own and I use all the time. So let's do this. Here we go. All right. Get rid of that. And there is the pump. And first of all, it looks really nice. Got some pretty good heft to it. Doesn't seem terribly cheap. You've got your water bottle mount on there, which most pumps come with. Very often when you get pumps, they'll come with a little strap so that if you're on rough trails, there's a strap that goes around there and it holds it on in case you get shaken. It doesn't pop out and fall and you lose it. So you might want to pick up, if you do buy something like this, cheap like this, get yourself, a piece of Velcro or something, a strap, and then you can use that on it. But seems pretty solid. I'm not going to put it on my bike. I'm assuming that it will fit on my bike. Then you've got this snap-off handle here. This is plastic, okay, but you've got the snap-off so you can get a good hand on it. Seems to push enough air. We're going to test it in just a moment. And then you've got the little locking handle here, which is made out of plastic, but seems pretty solid. And then looking here, Presta, Schrader. So you can do both. It's got enough weight to it. Now, here's the thing about this. Let me lay it down this way. I'll move these things out of the way. This is the pump I currently use. This is made by Planet Bike, and on their website, I checked it out. It's called the Ozone, and it's virtually the same as this. I've had this a long time, a little bit different. In fact, mine's maybe a little bit longer than it. Maybe it weighs a little bit less than this pump. But it's got basically the same thing. This is made out of metal, not plastic. And at the end here, it's got this little cap on here, which keeps it from getting mud in there. Now, you remove this, and then you flip over a little rubber grommet in there so you can do Presta and Schrader. And then this has got a little strap as well. And I use this on my bike, and that keeps it from falling off my bike, like I was telling you about with that Velcro strap. But these are virtually the same thing. This also has sort of a movable head on it so that, when you're putting it on and you're pumping, it has a little bit of movement, so you're not shaking so much on your valve stem. But this is made out of plastic. These are almost the same. It's stunning. And I didn't pay $3 for the pump. A little more metal in this, but they're both aluminum bodies. Again, this one's a little shorter. Maybe this one's a little lighter, but a few grams. I mean, I'm stunned. I can't believe they can make something like this for $3 and sell it at the dollar store. But will it pump up a tire? Let's give it a shot. I've got my tire, which has got no air in it right now. I've got my $3 pump from the dollar store. What I'm going to do is I'm going to pump this up to a tire pressure that I think would be suitable if I was out on the road and I was wanting to get back to my house, or at least finish my ride for the day. So I'm not going to, test the pressure on it if I get up to 90 psi, where I normally ride my bike, 90 to 95. But I'm just going to get it to a suitable pressure, and we'll see how this thing works out. So let's just see how it fits on here. Okay, there's the valve there. And again, it's got both Presta and Schrader. We'll snap it on, and let's see if we can get this thing pumped up. There we go. Okay, so I've got that pretty hard, and it didn't take very long to pump it up. And I'm sure I could get more air in there. But here's the thing. It struggles to push air once you get it started. I was really pushing hard to get that last bit of air in there. And I would really have to push very hard to get it up more pressure. I mean, it doesn't push enough air once you start getting it initially started. It looked really good at the start, but it got very hard, and you could probably see me struggling even with the sped up video. It was really difficult, but it cost $3. And would this be something that would work in a pinch if you needed to fill up a tube? Yes. But I can't recommend it if it's something you're going to use on your everyday ride. You're better off buying something better. I mean, I have a small little carbon fiber one, which I've done a review on. And you can see the video right here from Toe Peak, and it pushes more air than this, and it's this big. But this, in a pinch, would work. But my goodness, I almost feel tired, like I've had a workout just trying to get that little bit of air. And it's pretty hard. I mean, I could ride this. But this is not an everyday riding pump. This is an emergency pump. $3, you get what you pay for. So how did we do with our cycling products from the dollar store, which altogether I think it cost $10, taxes and everything in? Well, the patch kit, yeah, it works. The glue's fine. The patches are okay. Not good for a road bike, a little bit too big for that. And the tire levers might damage your rim, but in a pinch, it will work. I would suggest if you're somebody who uses a patch kit, you're better off going to your local bike shop and picking up a bunch of them. They're only a few dollars extra, and you get a little case as well to carry along the patches and the glue. Now, as far as the lights go, I'm quite impressed with these lights. I think they're worth it. I think you could use these if you don't have lights on your bike, but I think these are even better if you want to use them as secondary lights. Maybe you have a good set of lights on your bike. You can attach these pretty much anywhere, and the brighter you are out there at night, the safer you're going to be. So I recommend these lights. They're not very expensive. $3 for 2 lights. Fantastic value. Now the pump, you saw the test. This is not an everyday pump, it's an emergency pump. My suggestion to you is going out, spending a little more on a pump. Get a good one when you're out on the road. You want to get moving quickly, and you want to pump air real fast. You want something that's light as well and easy to carry around. So get a good one, and you'll be a lot better than this. I don't recommend this pump unless you're at the last minute trying to find something. This is something that's just not going to work if you're out on the road. Thank you very much for watching this video. If you liked the video, if you thought it was helpful, please give me a thumbs up. Subscribe to the channel as well. We're working our way towards 500 subscribers right now. Ring the bell as well to get notifications. Thanks again for watching Cycling on a Shoestring.